Hi again, this is Shannon, and today I'm going to show you a quick tutorial about how to use the animation tool Animaker. Now I'm going to go ahead and say that I was very overwhelmed with Animaker the first time I tried it, and so we're going to go really basic today. Once you get comfortable with it, I feel like you can get a little bit more in depth and go detailed and figure out more, but we're just going to do a real simple basic Animaker video. So when you've logged in and created your account, it's going to come up with a page like this, and you can hit the create a video and it will take you to a blank video screen. We're going to go to one that I have already started called Welcome to the Media Center, and I'm going to edit it. And it takes a little bit of time while it loads. While this is loading, just remember that this is one of those programs that has a whole lot of special effects and a whole lot of details and a whole lot of things you can do with it. But don't get overwhelmed. I think that was my problem in the beginning. Start small. Learn how to do what you can do and then just move forward from there. So just looking at the Animaker screen, this is your workspace here in the middle. To the left, we have the scenes, and then to the right, you have your tools. There's a menu bar at the top, and then at the bottom, that's our timeline. That shows what happens in each frame or in each scene. So, if we want to start, this yellow button over here, sorry, the orange button, plays it from the first scene. So very quickly, I'm just going to show you what I've done so far. So that's me welcoming them to the media center. Then that's the next scene with my hours. And then some information about printing. So my goal for this is to let new students just see what goes on in the media center and just to cover the basic rules and what happens. So I'm going to need a new scene. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add a scene. Not to there. We're going to slide it down and swap it. There we go. I've moved it once. Let's slide that down. Let's swap it again for that one. Or let's move that one up. There we go. So now my scene forward's at the bottom. So I can also duplicate my scene. So let's do that. That one ended up at the bottom, correct? Yes. No. Oh, it duplicated my blank scene. Okay, let's trash that one. Nothing like learning, and while you're going, trash that one. Okay, so now while I have that there, I'm going to duplicate my scene. So now, that's that. So because I've done it that way, all I have to do is click on my dialog box. Okay, I'm going to click on my, and so then I can double click and it gives me a cursor and I'm going to delete. Now my next option or information is going to be, you may check out, whoops, only 3 books at a time. Okay, so there we go. So that's my dialogue. Now, ooh, I don't like that. So that kind of goes outside of my square. So I am going to maybe, I'm going to double click again and I'm going to change my font to something a little bit smaller. Maybe graduate. That works better. Okay, so there's my graduate font. Notice I have it centered. You can do any of those effects there. So now let's look. So you may check out only 3 books at a time. So now, this tells you how you want the effect. I'm going to highlight it to where it's got the square around it. How it comes onto the scene. So I am going to have it typewrite. Okay, that's how it will come on. And my previous 2 have been whiteboard. That's where you've seen the hand come up. That's how it disappears. This time, I want it to fade out. Okay, so now let's play this scene. There it types it in and then it fades away. Excellent. So, to get an idea of what it takes to create all this, we're going to start with a blank slide this last time. So to create my background, we go over here. This is your backgrounds button. And I am going to, I believe this was books, was my background I used. Maybe. Let's see, it's indoors. And we'll scroll down to right here. That was my background I used. So there, it's there. So then I can close that and I come here for my person. And here is my, no, where's my, let's go to female. There's my librarian. Okay. And so now I'm going to move her. Come back, little librarian. Over here. And I can close that. I can click on my sweet librarian and I can give her effects. Before, she has been reading a book. And so now I want her, actually she's going to do checking attendance. So she will be checking attendance. And I want her to, we're going to let her ooh. She's going to circular reveal this time. And then to leave, we're going to blur her away. So let's see what that looks like. And I need to change. Let's stop. So she's on there for a long time. And we don't need that much time. So let's click back on her. And we're going to shorten this scene to about 4 seconds, 5 seconds is what I think the rest of them are. So now I need text. And I've been using bubbles, so we're going to make a bubble from this direction this time. I'm going to move it a little closer to her. And then we'll double click and we'll do overdue books are 10 cents per day. And let's change our font again. Let's go to Calibri. And I don't want it italicized. So it is that simple. Let's close these. And then let's open our slides back up. And let's hit play from the beginning. And then here's our new two we've done. Okay, now if we go back and play this slide again, we see that she disappears and comes out before. So we're going to click on this bottom right here, click on her, and we're going to extend her. Then we're going to click on the text, and we're going to make the text not come in. Let's see what that looks like. So if we go there, let's see what it plays like now. Okay, that's better, but she took a little too long. So we'll go back to her, and we'll move this back before 1 second. And then we'll come back to the text, and it's after 1 second. So now let's see. There. So she finishes before We're going to shorten how long the text is on the screen. Let's do 3.5. We're going to make that 4 seconds. Let's click on her, and we're going to make her, well, we're going to leave her on there all 4 seconds. So now let's watch this. There. So she comes out, and then our text disappears. Excellent. So you see, it's really not too difficult to use. You can save it to make sure that we haven't lost anything in our work, and it has been saved. You may add objects to your page that can come in and out however you choose them to. If I want to put a book, I can search a book, and we can have a stack of books. Oh, I can't get those. That's an upgrade. So let's take the book icon, and we're going to shrink it some. Do I have 2 of them? Yes, then we'll trash the big one. Very simple to delete something. And we'll take the book and we'll put it up here. And so we will have this book pop in. It will pop up. I'm going to close this. And then to leave it, it will pop down. And so our book comes in. Let's see how this looks. So let's make the book come in a little sooner. Let's see how that does. Oh, I like that. That was a pretty cool option. So the book popped in and out. Okay, so you see it's really not difficult. Let's preview it one more time. Yes, I want to save. And we'll see what it would look like when you publish it. We'll hit play. And there it is. The key to using Animaker is to remember that every element on the page has its own set of commands. And so you have to deal with each element, each object, each text box, each character. You have to give it a time to enter and a time to leave, and you can give them effects or no effects, and you can actually put transitions between your slides if you choose to do that as well. So I hope that you will give Animaker a try. I hope that you will start small like I finally had to, and then you can build up to bigger and better projects, and encourage your students to try it too, because I think it's really easy to do once you get used to it, but the getting used to it is not exactly the easy part. I hope to see you guys next time.